morning. Good morning, dribblers. This video is sponsored by my haberdashery, the Fashion Bomb, where I got these dope ass ski masks. They trending right now. It actually rolls up and turns into a dope ass hat. These are called Transformers. Look at that. Fire. Make sure y'all come in here and like the video and share this joint. We're gonna kick it for a minute. Good morning, everybody. I appreciate y'all attending my live stream. Yesterday was Zip with the Drip. I'm in here bundled up, ready to get out into the elements. It's raining now. After all that goddamn snow, it's raining. So I gotta go deliver some packages, but before I do, we must dribble. Good morning, though. Make sure y'all follow me on Instagram at IamGullyTV_. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Got some shit I want to kick it with y'all about. Jay-Z made a statement immediately denying these allegations that they accusing him of. And I want to talk about some things. There's some speculation. You know these types of things come with speculation. So just take everything with a grain of salt, but we're going to have a discussion. Oh, my goodness. Lazy Wizard Gaming says he is guilty. I should kick you out my chat. That's the first thing to come out your mouth. You one of them niggas who was wishing this on him. Long before this lawsuit came, you was one of them niggas saying, Jay-Z's next. I believe it. You think he messed with Foxy when she was underage? A lot of New York MCs did. No comment. Foxy Brown told a story of her messing with or running around with Haitian Jack when she was underage. So you never know. But good morning, everybody. Good morning, Rufus. What's up? Share this live stream to your social media platforms, Twitter, YouTube community, Facebook, you know, all of those platforms that we know and love and shit. He said Lucifer was his older brother, so I think Jay-Z would do anything. A lot of disturbed spirits in here this morning. A lot of disturbed spirits, they congregate online. This is something that we used to. There's a math equation that's trending right now amongst urban media journalists. There's a math equation. December 2nd, 1987. Make sure y'all remember that date. Peace. Good morning, everybody. You know I'm catching y'all on y'all way to work. Truck drivers, y'all about to hit the road. Turn me up. He said, Lazy Wizard Gaming, you talk too fucking much. I'm kicking you out of here. You think I'm gonna go back and forth with you early in the morning? You can't be serious. Sayonara. There's another person coming out today, according to Tony Busby, as far as the Jay victim number 2. Too many grown groupies. I don't think Jay get down like that. He seemed to be a man of a distinguished caliber character the whole time that he's been in hip-hop. Anybody that had any reckless behavior associated with them, he seemed to get away from them. You know what I'm saying? He seemed to get away from them with the quickness. He seems to avoid any type of controversy, including these illegitimate kids that people try to tie to him. But I don't know, man. You know what? I think I'm gonna open a hotline this morning. I believe he's calling their bluff. I can't align him with that. Sucks if you did. It's hard to like their music or listen to it with this kind of jacket, kind of like R. Kelly. This is a civil suit. R. Kelly shit was criminal. I think it's a little bit premature to jump to these conclusions, though. So, this is from CNN Entertainment website. Jay-Z denies allegations he sexually assaulted a 13-year-old in 2000 with Sean Diddy Combs. It's some disturbing shit to go along with this headline. It's some information that's in here that just don't sit right with me, right? Check it out. A woman who alleges she was sexually assaulted by Sean Diddy Combs has amended her lawsuit to include allegations that she was also assaulted by Jay-Z at the same party. The lawsuit was initially filed against Combs in October, but on Saturday, the woman added Sean Carter, the rapper and businessman known as Jay-Z, as a defendant in the civil lawsuit. Carter is the first celebrity to be accused of sexual assault in connection to Combs. When Puff was initially charged, he was charged with a RICO conspiracy. That means he was going to have co-defendants. According to this entry, Jay-Z is the first co-defendant that's been named. Carter is the first celebrity to be accused of sexual assault. In a statement addressed to CNN, Carter called the allegations so heinous in nature that I implore you to file a criminal complaint, not a civil one. That's bold. He said, bring the motherfucking charges. That's a bold statement. I implore you to file a criminal complaint, not a civil one. Whoever would commit such a crime against a minor should be locked away. Would you not agree? That's the Jay-Z I know right there. That's the Jay-Z I know coming out swinging. That's the Jay-Z I know right there. Those is very, very strong words. Combs was indicted on charges of sex trafficking, racketeering, conspiracy, and prostitution-related charges. Combs pleaded not guilty to the charges and has denied all wrongdoing in roughly 30 civil lawsuits that have been filed against him. Now, listen to this. The woman, who was identified as a Jane Doe, says she was 13 years old at the time she was allegedly assaulted by Combs and Carter at an after party following the Video Music Awards in 2000. The woman alleges this is a 13-year-old. They referring to her as a woman. The woman alleges she began to feel woozy after consuming a drink at the party and wandered into a nearby bedroom. The woman alleges Carter raped her first, followed by Combs. The woman says she hit Combs and ran out of the party, according to the amended lawsuit. What is a 13-year-old doing at a Video Music Awards after party, drinking alcohol and unattended? That don't sound right. If she was in the company of these people at 13 years old, unattended, this is a stretch, possibly. But I'm thinking maybe she was involved in the music business in some capacity. Says she was 13 years old and she was drinking. Don't sound like a regular 13-year-old. You dig? It don't sound like a regular 13-year-old. Sound like somebody trying to be grown and amongst adults unattended. So maybe the people who was in charge, maybe a record label executive, maybe a record label, was the people that was responsible for her well-being. Carter was identified in the initial lawsuit as Celebrity A. According to the lawsuit, the Doe's attorneys reached out to Carter to request a mediation to resolve this matter. That means they stepped to him first. Extortion, that's what it sounds like. Upon present information and belief, Jay-Z responded to said letter by not only filing an utterly frivolous lawsuit, but also orchestrating A conspiracy of harassment, bullying, and intimidation against the plaintiff's lawyers, their families, employees, and former associates in an attempt to silence plaintiff from naming Jay-Z herein. This effort was meant to scare the plaintiff and to discredit her counsel. The effort failed. Indeed, the plaintiff chose to file this amendment as a result of egregious conduct perpetrated by Carter, according to the lawsuit. In a response sent to CNN on Sunday, which was addressed to Doe's attorney, Carter called the mediation request a blackmail attempt. Carter also said this lawyer, who I have done a bit of research on, seems to have a pattern of these types of theatrics. That sound like Tony Busby. In a statement from Houston-based attorney Tony Busby on Saturday, he wrote, "The pleading speaks for itself. This is a very serious matter that will be litigated in court." CNN has also reached out to Jay-Z's wife, Beyonce Knowles, for comment. Carter added in his statement that his only heartbreak is for his family. My wife and I will have to sit our children down, one of whom is at the age where her friends will surely see the press and ask questions about the nature of these claims and explain the cruelty and greed of people. I mourn yet another loss of innocence. Children should not have to endure such at their young age. It sounds like his song, The Evils, that he rapped about on Reasonable Doubt. CNN reported in November that an anonymous male celebrity filed a lawsuit against the Texas attorney representing the Doe, alleging he was the victim of an extortion scheme. Sound like this been going on. The celebrity accused Busby and his firm of shamelessly attempting to extort exorbitant sums of money from him or else publicity while filing false, horrific allegations against him. Attorneys for the unnamed celebrity claimed further that Busby had threatened to unleash entirely fabricated and salacious allegations of sexual assault that included multiple instances of rape of a minor from both male and female if their client refuses to comply with their demands. Busby denied the extortion claim against him in an Instagram post in which he wrote that his firm won't allow the powerful and high-dollar lawyers to intimidate or silence sexual assault survivors. In a statement to CNN, "If you are trying to hide your identity and claim you did nothing wrong, doesn't seem very smart to take this approach," Busby told CNN in an email at the time. "We will address all of this in due time. I have confidence that with full public disclosure, all of this will sort itself out." On Sunday, Busby responded on social media to Carter's statement, saying that the alleged victim never demanded a penny from him, claiming they only sought confidential mediation. Busby added, "She is emboldened. I'm very proud of her resolve." This sounds like an extortion attempt. My audio is not working. Are black people gonna unify and finally destroy the wickedness of the music industry? Doesn't matter if he's convicted or not. The purpose was to put smut on his name and cut off his water moving forward. I really don't think this has any credibility, but I'm gonna share with y'all somebody whose name is being thrown around as the possible plaintiff. When I looked up this young lady's age, her birth date is December 2nd, 1987. She's 37 years old today. 24 years ago, she'd have been 13. I discussed this with somebody else. I discussed this with another platform. And people seem to think, like I said, that this young lady was involved with the music industry in some capacity. 24 years ago, Tierra Marie was 13 years old. 24 years ago, Tierra Marie was 13 years old. That's one thing about this internet. a lot of people get a chance to put their heads together and shit and identify certain things. The same investigative tactics that arouse online, some that might not have any credibility, discovered that this prosecutor, Tony Busby, has a shady history himself. As you see, Jay-Z said he had to do some investigations in terms of who this prosecutor was. Tony Busby got a case right now where a woman says that he assaulted her. Somebody like Tony Busby, or most prosecutors in this day and age, they seem to go after celebrities with extreme ambition because, of course, now the world knows his name. And the fact that it's playing out on social media, Instagram posts and shit like that, that just don't seem like ethical law practice. It seems like a show. It seems like somebody who wants attention. I've never seen anything legal play out in detail online. That's what I would consider to be clout chasing. Peace. That's why the Bible says don't gossip, because all this could be capped. I gotta agree with you. Peace. Bullets the Barber. Peace. What about Steve Harvey? Jay-Z is suing everybody. Jay-Z ain't gonna play around with his reputation. As he said, he got a daughter who's at an age where she will be confronted by her peers in school and shit like that. My first time encountering Jay-Z and his music was in 1996, I believe, 95 or 96. Jay-Z seemed to be very, very mature beyond his age and character. He just don't strike me as somebody that will take part in this type of activity. He don't, nothing about him. As long as he's been around us, with the exception of the situation that happened with the Rivera stabbing, Jay-Z has never displayed any type of reckless behavior. You know what I'm saying? Jay's response was too long, in your opinion. I don't think that his response was too long. I think his response was detailed in regards of him saying, don't sue me. If that's what you saying I did, don't sue me. File criminal charges. I deserve jail. That sounds like somebody very, very confident. Very, very confident in regards to clearing a name. His response was clear and concise. I agree. They trying to get a come up. People will listen to the music, though. He's been very, very cool and calculated. I'm not saying he can't be guilty, but I doubt it. This shows how much we truly hate each other. It does. It does. The Puff lawsuits, and then the video of Puff with assaulting his former girlfriend, Cassie. That was damaging in terms of his character. But over the years, Puff was often in situations that will give you an idea about his character. Puff was accused of hitting a football coach in the head with a kettlebell. Puff was accused of slapping Drake. Puff was accused of busting Steve Stout in the head with a bottle. Puff was accused of putting a hit on Tupac Shakur. Puff has displayed reckless behavior for many, many years. You dig? Jay-Z has never displayed reckless behavior. He's never done it. And for somebody to go directly to a rape, it just don't sit, it's not consistent with his character. It's not. Do you think J-Lo is the unnamed female celebrity? One of the participants in Diddy's freak-offs said that J-Lo was there. That's you asking me? She said that J-Lo was present at one of the freak-offs that she performed in. I forget her name, but she's on the, they got a documentary out on Tubi called Inside the Freak-Offs, and she speaks about it. Lamar Green said Jay always had the Foxy Brown and Aaliyah allegations. Jay-Z ain't had no fucking Aaliyah allegations. The Foxy Brown thing, let's give him that. Let's attach that to him. Let's attach that to him. I think there's been enough information to say that he was in her presence when she was like 15 or some shit like that. But you stretching it with the Aaliyah thing. He ain't had no, don't do that. Gully, how come everyone Tupac dissed before he died, they're all suffering or dead now? I don't know. Ain't no telling which female. It's a bunch of money and opportunistic hoes that will make, it's a bunch of money and opportunities that will make most women do anything. I see people keep calling Foxy Brown's name. Foxy Brown already said nothing happened between her and Jay-Z. I heard her say that loud and clear too. She said it on a radio interview. You can look it up on YouTube. TB says, Jay like little boys too. I'm kicking you out of here. Holla at you. Sin City just text me. Sin City's tuning in. Sin City is tuning in. Saying there's no proof that Aaliyah was underage when he was involved with her. Raekwon said he woke up to see Aaliyah sitting in Ghostface Killer's lap before. She was involved with Dame. There's a picture of her laying in the bed with Puff and Andre Harrell. Let's just say that she was a little bit reckless. I interviewed Aaliyah's bodyguard. Aaliyah's bodyguard said that Aaliyah jumped out a window on them and escaped their protection to go be with R. Kelly. He said, I know it. Yeah, I know it. Can you have a combo with Ali's on Adams? Nah, everything ain't for everybody. It's crazy to see black people bloodthirsty to see this man's demise. I'm disturbed by it too. But you know what? It's a reflection of the person's character. Like when you see people come in here and just say something bizarre without any concrete information to support what they're saying. Like we all of us have been an audience to these guys for many, many years, but like I said, Jay-Z has never displayed any reckless behavior all like that. Ebony Knowledge, have a good day. Black people want to see each other demise. I think it's sick. I think it's sick and disturbing that you can profess to be a fan of somebody, buy their music, support them, and then when shit like this come up, they're immediately guilty. This ain't a criminal lawsuit. This ain't a criminal matter. This is a civil lawsuit. Both of these guys, Diddy and Hove, got a boatload of money that can trigger what Jay-Z described in his music as the evils. William, what up? Jay been shady since Trenton. Explain. Everybody cousin is innocent, but every celebrity is automatically guilty. So if Puff go down and Jake go down, who else y'all want to go down? Why don't y'all name who else y'all want to go down? With the The consistency that y'all display, that y'all want certain celebrities to go down, LeBron ain't safe. LeBron ain't safe. Y'all want anybody that's popping to go to jail, man. This is an attack on hip-hop. Jay-Z was at the Lotus Club in Manhattan and Diddy party was in New Jersey. Even when Solange was whipping on him, he showed restraint. I agree with you. I agree with you. He rapped about it. He said they come into court too. I thought you knew. Can't even steal on a nigga. Motherfuckers are sue. This is somebody this is somebody who strikes me as a prolific thinker. This is Jay-Z we talking about. He said it in his statement. This right here gonna show y'all how different I am from everybody else. I don't think he had to say that. He's been different the whole time. He's been different the whole time. Nobody's safe in the industry right now. They want to see successful black people go down. Why so many blacks want to see Diddy downfall? True enough, the Cassidy video was hard to take, but we don't know what she was leaving the hotel with. My opinion on the whole thing, right? Sin City. I interviewed Sin City outside of, I think it was called 1155. That's an apartment, I think it was 1155, an apartment complex, projects, across the street from the Bloodshed mural. He was telling me stories on how, he's from those projects, and he was telling me stories how when they was real young, Jay-Z was pulling up to the projects with all type of wild exotic vehicles, and you can just see how much more advanced he was than everybody else. Way back then, Cameron spoke about, was it 550 State Street or some shit? He's always been spoken in a high regard. Niggas in those types of positions, they used to being targeted. They used to opportunistic behavior. They some thinking ass niggas. I just don't think that he would risk. Even back then, they say in 2000, he was already on his way. He was already on his way. Life and Times that came out, 2000, that was 2 years after 1998. So the Hard Knock Life album, his biggest record, the one with Annie, it's a hard knock. He's escalating during this period. This is a nigga who probably could have any bitch in the world at the time. I just don't see him raping anybody. I don't. But it's a question that it bothers me, that this girl allegedly was 13 years old, and she said that she got raped after drinking and she passed out. Number one, what was you doing at an after party at the Video Music Awards? Number two, where was your supervision? Number three, what were you doing drinking? That's against the law. And if you were drinking, that's an admission of being intoxicated. How can we believe your recollection of what happened? You got to understand the types of lawyers that's going to attack this situation. They're going to protect 1199. They're going to protect these niggas' money. They're going to be giving great sums of money to protect these niggas' fortune. And like he said, if this is true, 1199, okay, 560 State Street. Reggie Wright Jr. even said Jay-Z messed with Teen in the 90s when Reggie how the fuck would Reggie know what Jay-Z was doing in the 90s on the East Coast when Reggie Wright is a police officer from California? Thank you for your super chat. But I don't believe Reggie Wright. I don't. I believe Reggie Wright was in the fucking feds, man. Reggie Wright is not only an ex-police officer, he's an ex-convict, man. You can't believe no nigga like that. For real. Diddy's situation was way different. He allegedly has a lot of blood on his hands. That's why people want to see him go down. I think the sodomy and the raping of men associated with Diddy is extremely disturbing. In the beginning, when all of this happened, y'all know I got on this platform and said, man, I'm a Diddy fan. Until he's convicted, I'm on Diddy's side. I said that. I believe I said that on this platform. When black men start filing criminal complaints, screaming sodomy, this is something that's embarrassing. This is something that most rape victims probably would keep a secret. I don't see a black man or black men repeatedly saying, yo, this nigga went in my back door. After I kept hearing it over and over and over and shit, I'm like, it's too much. 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 Too much. Not to mention, Mark Curry got on the Art of Dialogue and said out of his mouth, we used to have certain bottles for the girls and certain bottles for us. We knew, Mark Curry said this, we knew not to touch certain bottles, meaning he knew that it was drugs in certain bottles. It's a lot of shit that started to pile up against Diddy, the Cassie video, for a person to say he can't be so innocent. Not only did they go after him, they said that his son got predatory shit with him. The story about his son with the chick on the boat. Where there's smoke, there might be fire. That's what I'm saying. Y'all like this video? It's almost 800 people here this morning. She fought off 2 inebriated 30-year-old black men as a little girl at 13 years old per her lawsuit. Reggie just be saying anything. Riddle me this. At what age do y'all associate Aaliyah with Jay-Z? At what age was Aaliyah when y'all associate her with Jay-Z? Tell me, please. Y'all better off associating him with his wife at a young age before Aaliyah. I think there's more information supporting him having a relationship. Sin. I believe Aaliyah was of age at the time too. Airwaves, whatever your name is, I holla at you. Y'all the same people who defended Jay saying Jay doesn't pick the NFL halftime acts, but he did. It might be some truth in what you're saying, but picking an act for the halftime show, picking an act to support him at halftime and raping a 13-year-old is 2 totally different things. Don't confuse the two. If she remembers Jay-Z was there when she passed out and when she woke up, that means a lot. Even if he didn't do it personally but didn't stop it, he's still guilty. Diddy seems to have a lot of enemies. I'm sure more will come out. Diddy's case is a RICO conspiracy. He was the only person targeted and incarcerated, but the fact that they said conspiracy means that there's going to be other people. This situation that just happened, according to this entry that I just read to y'all, Jay-Z was already aware of this. There was already some pugilistic activity going on between the lawyers, already before this happened. Probably as early as October. Y'all like the video. It's 800 people here. Good morning. Mark Curry should be locked up. Okay, birds of a feather flock together. But that one dude lied on Will Smith on Tasha K. I agree with you. His name was Bilal, and he just disappeared. How old is she now? People seem to feel that it's Tierra Marie. I Googled her name. I Googled her age. Her birthday is listed as December 2nd, 1987. 24 years ago, she was 13 years old. A lot of people say, well, she didn't get signed until a certain year, and she was 16. We know from understanding and being an audience of entertainment that before a person is signed and presented to us, they be around these entertainers. You could call it a grooming situation. I believe Usher was sent to live with Puff at like 13 or some shit like that. I don't know if he was signed. I don't know if he was signed to Bad Boy, but he was amongst him. He was in his company at 13 years old. So go figure. Wish, I appreciate your super chat. Gully, do you think Jay would sue him for defamation? Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Aaliyah was an industry mixie. She was of age, but the internet would say you're not of age until you're 26. R. Kelly, jealous ass, wasn't allowing her to go around anybody. What about Foxy Brown? Foxy was paid off and paid very well. JB says facts. You don't know that to be a fact. People kill me when they add facts to a statement. How the fuck is it facts? How do you know that to be the truth? Foxy Brown said nothing happened between her and Hov. Do I believe it? Probably not. You know why? Because young hood rats be chasing hustlers and shit when they 16, when they 15, walking through glass trying to get that pussy away. That's just the truth. That's something that people ain't acknowledging. Is it against the law? Yeah, it's against the law. But you know what? Black mothers don't be saying shit. The nigga in the Benz want my daughter. She bad. This is the truth. This is the truth. The nigga that got the whole neighborhood sold up. He want my baby. She bad. And they seem to look the other way. This is something that's been prevalent in the community for a long time. Seriously. If Aaliyah was underage messing with Jay-Z, then she was underage messing with Dame. They both were trying to date her at the same time. Kenny Mack said Jay-Z didn't do anything to her. Doesn't matter if Foxy was with it, she was still underage. The point that I'm making is, if she was with it, she's not going to say anything damaging to him or about him that's going to get him in trouble. They both from Brooklyn. They got hit songs together. Yes, he helped her in her career. She's not going to put that nigga in jail. She's from the streets. She's not going to say nothing damaging against that nigga. She's not. She spoke openly about Haitian Jack taking her to fucking Tito's or Manny's and buying her a watch or some old crazy shit. Believe she was underage then. She spoke proudly about that shit. Doesn't sound like she's trying to get them niggas in any trouble. These random charges keep the YouTube streets well fed. These niggas will leave some money on the floor. They called the Usher situation Diddy's flavor camp. Crazy how all this is coming out after Ghislaine got booked. I believe Ghislaine got 20 years. If they put her in jail, and she was like the courier, Diddy's security should be put in jail. Because all through the lawsuit and all through the documents I read, it was the security and bodyguards that was going to step to niggas. Like the guy who said that he got raped. He said he moved, he was an actor. Him and his sister or him and one of his relatives moved to New York City to get some work and modeling or some shit. And he was approached by some security. The girl who said she got raped in the back of that SUV says she was approached by security and asked, yo, do you want to be in, you know what I'm saying? Propositioned her. But none of them have been arrested. What they is doing interviews like Roger Bond and Gene Deal. There that go. If Jay and Puff ain't have money, nobody would care about any of this. Trust me, humans do not care about other humans. Witty, I appreciate your super chat. What happened to innocent until proven guilty? Black people be some, I don't know whether it's from the post-traumatic damage from slavery, the Jim Crow era, or just simply crabs in the barrel, but I just don't see other races celebrating the fall of their celebrities and shit like that. I don't see that. Black people, like I can detect some of y'all in here. I'm this energy being passed through this chat. I'm looking at what y'all saying and shit like that. Some of y'all are some very mean, evil, rotten people. When you see somebody like Jaguar Wright, she personifies everything that I'm saying. When you see Jaguar Wright speaking, she got a scowl on her face. She's huffing and puffing. She's looking like she's having a bad day. But in all reality, she just there spewing hate. And on and on and on. And guess who she spewed against? Other black people. Other black people. And there's videos online that support that this bitch got a mental health problem. She says something about every goddamn body. She says something about people that she wasn't even around for. They asked her about, I think, Sam Cooke or some shit like that. And you don't know what happened. Let me tell you what happened. This bitch is disturbed, and it's an industry, I guess, for some people. Innocent until proven guilty unless you know better. Tell me what makes you think that, you know what? I'm going to step this up a minute. Moderators. Let me see. Moderators, anybody to say anything bizarre that you feel is inappropriate, get them up out of here so I can see them. And then I'm going to just kick them out entirely. Choke No Joke is happy as fuck. Jag needs to pipe down. Love to see one down or going through it. Don't even know the facts. Karma is going to catch up to Jaguar Wright. I seen somebody make a post that says, you don't have to retaliate against rotten fruit. Rotten fruit will fall on their own. Rotten fruit will fall from the tree on their own. That's what that's something that I associate with Jaguar Wright. For real. Peace, I'm at work listening to the dribble. Tone, thank you. Jaguar and others found a niche just like the rest of these sites. The black men, the culture is profitable. I gotta agree with you. Jaguar Wright ain't selling no merchandise. She ain't selling no music. She plays some songs that she has on Lord Jamar's podcast. She got a beautiful voice. The music was terrible. These people are using this shit as job security. I 100% agree with that. So Gully, is everybody wrong about Puffy and Jay-Z? I had an opinion about Diddy in the beginning. After so much information started to come out and more lawsuits came out, I'm just looking at the consistency of what they being said. They ain't gonna keep talking about you being a sodomite if that ain't something that you into. This dude gotta be into sodomy. There's too many people talking about their rear end. You dig? It's too much. Jay-Z, on the other hand, has always struck me as somebody with a lot of discipline, very shrewd businessman. You got to protect yourself when you got that type of character and shit. Look at the situation with DeHaven. DeHaven didn't do nothing but get in trouble. If you want to be technical, that's all he did was got in trouble. Jay-Z got the fuck away from that nigga and called him the police. Jay-Z didn't only just get away from him, he got the fuck away from him. They called him the police. DeHaven said what hurts him the most is that when he got in trouble, he seen Jay face to face, and Jay said, "I got you." He said, and I never seen him again. Say it again, mother. I appreciate the super chat. Good morning. Peace. Yeah, Gully. Gene Deal's a clown. He saw a lot of shit, but never did anything about it. Lock his ass up. Shout out to Zip with the Drip. Y'all two got something going on. Loving the sports debates. Thank you. Seems like their so-called victims was down with the program. One of the dudes that was allegedly sodomized by Diddy said he went to the party. While he was at the party, he was drinking, having a good time. He said Diddy stepped to him and said, "Yo, let me show you the house." And he took him to a room. After giving him a short tour, he took him to a room where there was some females performing sex acts on, I guess, security guards and shit. What did he think, that he was special or something? Out of everybody in the party, he approaches you and say, "Yo, I'm gonna give you a tour of my house, playboy." It's almost like some of these people was campaigning, especially a nigga and shit, man. Like, one thing about being a man, you know a fruity mother, you know some funny shit right away. Right away. A motherfucker can look totally normal, heterosexual, muscular, thug, and you, this nigga fruit. Like, that's just something, that's just an inbred skill that we have and shit. Y'all know that. Y'all know that. He said that's a fact. Exactly. So with that being said, this nigga didn't say to himself, man, fuck a tour of your house. Like, I'm trying to get the fuck away from you. He didn't do that. He took his ass on up to that bedroom and shit. We live, eat, sleep, box. I could care less. He's not important. Bro, I done passed up on opportunities just because shit got weird. Exactly. You can go to a job interview and be interviewed by a motherfucker. You say, man, this motherfucker's a fruit. Like, this, let me get the fuck out of here. Straight like that. Sad part is probably no evidence, but they will still find Jay guilty and make him pay. It's not gonna be easy. It's not gonna be easy. Puff got a lot of money. Jay got a lot of money. It's almost 900 people here. Can y'all like this video? Give me like 500 likes. Do I gotta get them 5 at a time? Like the video. Super chatters, y'all getting busy. It's like in the streets, if somebody say you ratted, people feel how your name associated with that activity. It's just the nature of rotten people. In the streets, if somebody say you ratted or somebody say something negative about you, people tend to try to gravitate towards that. But if somebody say, yo, Jamil just hit the lottery for $1 million, or Jamil just got a scratch off ticket and he's a multimillionaire. They're gonna go through everything possible to see if that's true. They're gonna walk through glass to see if that's true, but they don't put forward the same energy into when it's some slanderous accusations and shit. You dig? They don't put the same energy into that. They'll just jump on that. That's some rotten shit right there. That's some rotten shit. I don't fully agree with Gene doing, but the reason he said he outed Puff was because he didn't help D Ferg or ASAP Ferg's pops. So you mean that caused Gene Deal to talk about Diddy for the last 5 years? Say it again, motherfucker. I appreciate your super chat. Like the video, damn, it's free. He's giving us great content. Hit the like button. It's free. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This man had the super chat for y'all to say, to tell y'all to like the video. Like the video. This ain't a Cash App platform. Y'all know that, right? This ain't a Cash App platform. You don't see my Cash App posted on my Instagram page. It ain't never been posted in my description on YouTube. This platform is self-sustained. It's self-sustained. Go to my websites. Look at these beauties. TheRealDribble.com or PA-knit.com. Go to the websites, man. Get you some merchandise, man. This is from the Fashion Bar, my electrifying line of knittage. I'm shipping this out this morning. This is going out this morning. This is going to a gentleman in Florida and shit. Dig. Look at that. Perfection. Go to website. Go to my website. PA-knit.com. I got 2 of them. You can go to therealdribble.com. I got fire over there. Yeah, I might as well do this while everybody's here. They said there's some Jordans coming out on the 14th. Some Jordans coming out on, that's what the young niggas say to me when they come cop. Oh, those go with the 4s. Those go with the 11s. There's some, them Carolina Mikes come out on the 14th, right? Go to my website and get right. Go to my website and get right. I'm strapped. These is called the Rollo. Go over there and get right. TheRealDribble.com or PA-knit.com. King Hudson saying, buying recycled J's. When they told me that a specific, yeah, that's the young niggas call them. They call them J's. We call them Mikes or Jordans. That's it. They said, these is coming out on the 14th. So when they showed me the picture, I'm like, man, I had them in 1995. How is y'all going crazy about them old ass sneakers, yo? Why is y'all going crazy about them old ass sneakers, buying them over and over and over, man? Y'all totally took the prestige out of Jordans. I remember when Jordans was rocked by elites. Elites, like, you remember when a nigga came to school with some Jordans? If you didn't even know his name, you knew him after that. You was like, yo, did you see that one nigga in the lunchroom? He had on the... It's not like that no more. They just removed all the prestige. Like, Dwayne Wayne from A Different World would have all the Jordans on. You'd be watching A Different World like, yo, you see them motherfucking J's? See them motherfucking Jordans Dwayne Wayne having them? It ain't like that no more. And when you go out, me and my man, you know, we go out every now and then. We be in public settings and shit. We fashion critics. We be counting how many niggas got on Air Jordans. We be like, man, look at these birds. Look at these birds. How the fuck could you possibly impress a female wearing Jordans? Don't you know the last 5-10 dicks she had on Jordans? Like, do you plan on separating yourself at all? Like, man, look at all these goddamn Jordans in here, man. These niggas is crazy. And they'll have on the exact same The exact same pair. You know when they come out, when them shits come out, they about to come out on the 14th. If you go out, it's gonna be 10 niggas with them shits on and shit. What the fuck? Like, you're not even gonna put them in a tuck and bust them 6 months from now. You bust them 6 months from now, you'll be, if you buy them in December and wear them in July, you might be doing something. Wear them to a cookout in July, cop them in December. There's no originality, man. No originality. Females at my job working Jordans. Exactly. It'd be just as many females wearing mics. There's no prestige anymore. I went to the club one night and saw 32 niggas in the club with the same Jordans. Jordans and Dunks for the girls now. When I cop sneaks, man, I cop the most rare. I cop the most rare, man. You need a time machine and a compass to cop the shits that I be wearing. You know what I mean? Time is what I got on right now. Shit, I got on right now. Y'all know how I do it. Y'all know how I do it. Low down dirty shame. It's a low down dirty shame. He said you gotta wear the rare ones. I had the Deodoras in elementary school. Y'all like the video? Good morning, truck drivers. I appreciate y'all, man. Make sure y'all continue to go to my podcast, available on all streaming sites. The Dribble, available on all streaming sites. Thank you. My man said I went back to Air Force Ones. They've been putting out a lot of flavors of ones lately and shit. Subscribe to the channel. Jay-Z issues a public statement. Says not guilty. Not guilty. Y'all got to feel me. Jay ain't going out like this, man. Jay been screaming not guilty. Before this shit all happened. All you got to do is go look into Jay-Z's library of music. He was prepared for everything that came. You know what I'm saying? He was prepared for everything that came. Everything. Evangelist Hendricks, keep up the great work, Gully. I was just about to comment on those polo boots been wearing to work. I got the brown ones. I got the fatigue ones. I was in the store the other day and I seen this old lady with some duckies on and shit. I'm thinking about going to find me a pair of duckies. They might be low or they just might be Sperry or something, but duckies is raw to me, especially in this day and age. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? We call them duckies. Think I might go get me a fire pit. This lady came in the post office, man. She had on some navy blue and turquoise duckies, man. I was like, whoa, shit's is cold-blooded. Shit's is cold, man. I'm like, I don't even think this lady know how much she's splashing right now. To her, they was just regular winter boots. But I was like, damn. He said, what are duckies? Duckies is the boots that the toe looks like a duck bill and shit. Got the lines on them and shit. That's what we call them, duckies and shit. Them duck boots is fire. The fact that Jay-Z responded looks wild crazy. Those are very, very strong accusations against somebody with Jay-Z's character. Trying to attach him to this situation with Puff, that's big news. You got to say something. That's big news. I respect his rebuttal. I do. He said that they should file a criminal case against him if this is true. If somebody got raped, somebody should be going to jail. I like that response. He said, look up the Nike duck boots. Okay, I'm going to check them out. They trying to get money. He said, when I was in elementary school, Pro Wings is the worst shoes you could have. You would get Pro Wings came out of Payless. I had a pair of Pro Wings once. Very dark period. Very dark period. I got some Sorel boots, Gore-Tex joints. Good morning, everybody. It's 800 people here. We've been here an hour. Lock in, like the video, follow me on IG at I am Gully TV _ Follow me. Nice wordplay. Don't go civil, go criminal since y'all want money grab. Everybody ain't scared. Everybody ain't weird either. I like Jay-Z's response. I do. And apparently him and his lawyers been having a slugfest with Tony Busby. Before this happened, if y'all watch my previous live streams, I said that there has been word associated with Tony Busby as somebody who has been approaching celebrities on some extortion shit. I said that before this shit happened with Jay. I said it, and now it's come to light. He said XJ900s. Man, Tony Busby is bag chasing. They tired of hip-hop performing at the Super Bowl. You ain't a real sneakerhead if you ain't got at least one pair of felines in your collection. I think that us guys my age, we know what it means to be a sneakerhead. That means having all of them. But a sneakerhead to these niggas now means having a collection of Jordans. You're not a sneakerhead. You're a Jordan collector. There's niggas that'll tell you, I don't wear nothing but J's. Okay. With your shallow ass collection and shit. You know what I'm saying? Word. His response doesn't make him innocent. Do you have what's called intuition? Do you have what's called intuition? Do you? He says, skip the lawsuit. Let's get to the criminal shit if you got something on me. What part don't you understand? What part don't you understand? He said, fuck the money, put me in jail. That sound like a motherfucker who's protected by the truth or by high-powered attorneys. And you know what else? That don't sound like a statement that was prepared by a professional. That don't sound like a statement that was prepared by a publicist. That sound like motherfucking Jay-Z said that. That sound like fucking Jay-Z said that. If you in tune with his music and you listen to what he said about this case, that sound like fucking Jay-Z said that shit. Did you ever meet Tenard? Nah, I don't know that motherfucker. Hell nah. I got a couple pair of ponies. Jay shouldn't be at Diddy parties, no way. In 2000, Jay would have been one of the star attractions at a Diddy party. And there's no mystery. Just all you got to do is Google Puffy and Jay-Z. They got 1,000 pictures together. Whole fuck with Puff. He said it on the Go Crazy remix with Jeezy. When Puff was in that tub spilling mo, I was at my video, Chris on a speedboat. Don't forget it. In 2000, everybody was at Diddy parties. That definitely was the place to be back then. Yeah. People with low intuition, they gonna be eating this shit up. They was on tour together. He said, unless you was the Outlaws. Bandana, you ain't bought no knittages. You ain't bought no knits. You done been on the dribble. I done been on your show. You ain't bought no knits, man. You can't get no basketball wreck. Anyway, appreciate y'all for coming through, man. I've been here over an hour. Super chatters, y'all did y'all thing. Thank you. I got to ship some packages. Jay-Z not guilty, man. Jay-Z not guilty. Before I get up out of here, I'm going to read what Hov said. Jay-Z is the first celebrity to be accused of sexual assault. In connection to Combs, this chick is identified as a Jane Doe. She was only 13 in 2000. Says she was drinking. Upon present information and belief, Jay-Z responded to the said letter by not only filing an utterly frivolous lawsuit, but also orchestrating a conspiracy of harassment, bullying, and intimidation. This effort is meant to scare the plaintiff and discredit her. Oh no, that's not the right. Carter called the mediation request from who we believe to be Tony Busby a blackmail attempt. He also said his lawyer, who I have done a bit of research on, seems to have a pattern of these types of theatrics. He added in his statement, his only heartbreak is for his family. My wife and I will have to sit our children down, one of whom, I think her name is Blue, is at the age where friends will surely see the press and ask questions about the nature of these claims. In a statement addressed to CNN, Carter called the allegations so heinous in nature that I implore you to file a criminal complaint, not a civil one. Whomever would commit such a crime against a minor should be locked away. Would you not agree? Sounds like the truth to me, man. So I'm out of here. Follow me on Instagram at IamGullyTV_. Follow me on TikTok at GullyTV1. I'm on Twitter, GullyTV1 also. And y'all have a great day. Peace.